Hello, welcome everyone. My name is Wasim. I'm from Learn Academy. In this video, I'm going to go over two properties of logs. One is called the product property of the log, and the other one is called the quotient property of the log. Okay, so the very first one that we look at here is the product property of the log right here. Basically, if you take the log of a product, log of xy with base x times y with base b, we can write it as log of x with base b plus log of y with base b. Okay, so and the second one is the quotient property of the log. Here we have a log of x divided by y with base b. We can write it as log of x with base b minus log of y with base b. Okay, and in the video we're going to basically look at how to convert these properties back and forth. So if we go into our first example, we have a log of 50 times 100 with base 10. How do we convert that into this first property, which is the product property of the log? So we can write that as equals to log of 50 with base 10 plus log of 100 with base 10. Okay, so basically we expanded this into this right here, what we have up here. The log of the product equals the sum of the logs. So we broke the product into the sum. So here we have first term log of 50 with base 10 plus the second term is log of 100 with base 10. So this is how you do that. Now the second one, we have the sum. We can convert that into a product like this one up here. So we have a log of 20 with base 10 plus log of 15 with base 10. We can make that into log of 20 times 15 with base 10. Okay, so we have the sum of the logs. We can convert that into the product of the logs. So we can go back and forth. And here we have the quotient property of the log. We have a log of 1000 over 300 with base 10. So to expand that into the difference of the logs, we take the term in the numerator, which is 1000. So log of 1000 with base 10 minus log of 300 with base 10. All right, so the quotient becomes the difference of the logs. And now here we have the difference of the logs. So if we look at this property right here, we can convert that back into the quotient property. So this would be equal to log. Okay, so the term that is positive goes in the numerator, 100, and the term that is after the negative goes into the denominator, and the base is 10 right here. So I'm going to put a little parenthesis surrounding this expression right here. So that's how we do the properties of these two properties, like the product property and the quotient property. In the next page, we're going to expand with more examples. So this one we have again the property. Now we have three terms. So we're going to make this log of 6 with base 4 plus second term, which is log of 16 with base 4 plus the third term, which is 8, would be log of 8 with base 4. So if you have a product like this, you can expand it into the sum of the logs right here. Now here we have actually the sum of the logs. We can always convert that into a product. So that would be equal to log of the first term is 20, the second term is 25, and then we have 2, and that's the log with base 10. Okay, this is times, not plus. Okay, So the sum of the logs can become the product of the log right here. Okay. Now here, same thing. This is the sum of the logs. We can convert that into the product of the log. So log of 6 times 8 with base 2 right here. All right. Now let's go to other examples. Here we have a quotient property, so we convert that into the difference. So in the quotient, you basically subtract the bottom ones from the top when you take the difference. So it would be log of 70 with base 5 minus log of 30 with base 5 right here. Okay, so we converted that quotient property into the difference of the log of the first term minus log of the denominator. Here we have mix. We have log of 60 times 15 divided by 25. So the log of the product is going to be the sum. So log of 60 with base 10 plus log of 15 with base 10, and then the denominator would be negative log of 25 with base 10 right there. Okay, now let's go to next example. So here we're going to have 2 in the denominator and 2 in the denominator and 2 in the numerator. So we're going to do the log, the product in the numerator. We have 50 with base 10 plus log of 25 with base 10 minus now the denominator, which is log of 35 with base 10 plus you know what, this one I'm gonna make it a little bit different. Instead of putting a distribution, I'm gonna go ahead and just do separate. Minus log of 35 with base 10 minus log of 15 with base 10 right here. All right, so this is how we basically expand that into the sum and the difference. The numerator terms are the positive ones, so you add those two. The denominator terms are the negative ones, so you subtract those. And here we have also, sum and the difference right here. So these two will go in the numerator and this would go into the denominator. So when we convert that back into the product and the quotient, we get log of 20 times 25 divided by 2 with base 10. So the plus ones become the product in the numerator and the negative ones become the denominator of this expression right here. Now let's take a look at the last one. We have log of 20 minus log of 25 and a log of 2. Okay, so how do we convert that back into our product and the quotient form? So we have log of 20 divided by 25 times 2 with base 10. Because there's only one term that is positive right here, so that goes in the numerator. The other two are negative right here. They both go in the denominator, basically. Now this one right here, this is a little tricky. First we want to expand this. We have log of 10 base 10 of 25 minus log of 15 with base 10 plus log of 35 with base 10. Okay. Now if we condense that into the product and the quotient form, we have log of, we have now two terms. This one and this one are positive, so they're going to become our numerator. 25 times 35. And this is a denominator that's going to become, because it's negative, so the 15 becomes here, and this is the base 10 right here. All right, so first I basically simplified this right here inside the parentheses. Then from here, I looked at what are the positive ones. They go in the numerator, and the negative one goes in the denominator. So pretty easy. And the last one, same thing. We're going to go ahead, simplify it first. Log of 50 with base 10 minus log of 30 with base 10 plus log of 35 with base 10 minus log of 75 with base 10. All right, so I simplified this, distributed this negative inside the parentheses. Now the positive terms are going to go in the numerator, so this one is positive, this one is positive, this is negative, this is negative. So when we condense that into the product and the quotient, so the ones that are positive are going to be in the numerator. So we have 50 times 35, and then the ones that are negative are going to be in the denominator. So those are 30 times 75, and then they are with base 10 right here. So hopefully that helps.